What's happening YouTube? More motivation reactions, back for another reaction video. So there's a lot of clowns on the internet, and this one in particular definitely is struggling because if you have to resort to things to disrespect people that worked very hard to get in their positions, to get clicks, views, and all the things in the book, you're struggling, man. You're struggling. I have a little bit of remorse from that standpoint, but you're still an idiot. Anyways, so I have a video here by John Bravo, basically reacting to Wes Watson with all his racist remarks and belittling or disrespecting UFC fighters. This is a game you shouldn't play because it will backfire. Anyways, let's see if we can learn from the situation to hopefully not get to this point to where we're belittling individuals that worked very hard to get there. If it comes to combat sports, it's a life and death thing. Like when you get in that ring, you could potentially die. And it's a serious thing. And to try to... Anyways, I'm speaking too much here. Let's get into the video and see what I can learn from the situation. Anyways, thank you so much. Let's just react to the video.
Kevin Holland, and looks like Wes didn't like what he had to say, and like he did me, he blocked him. I will send you a KFC gift card. How about that?
Stupidity.
With 3 hairs left on his head and he's trying to cover up with that stupid tattoo, right? We should all know him because he's famous. Remember, everybody knows who Wes Watson, that asshole, is with his purses walking down the streets of Miami and his high heels to make himself taller. We should all know him, right?
I'm famous.
I'm getting tired of hearing the high jokes on the internet. If you're doing that, you're corny. Straight up. God created all of us to be special. We are all special in God's eyes. If you're belittling someone because of their race, because of their height, because of how much money they have, what vehicles they're driving, their follower count on social media, whatever things you want to use to belittle another person, you're truly at a low point. You're truly low. If you want to make fun for a person on their height, you're no better than this guy. You're no better than this guy. Look how pathetic this is. How pathetic are you going to get to that point? The person you're making fun of that is shorter than you could be the person employing you at a job that you potentially need to provide for yourself and your family. Think about that. So the whole jokes about height and race and foolishness. You're only a child if you do that.
I'm famous.
Well, he's always opening up his big mouth, bigger than he should, like I was just saying, and now it got him in a little hot water, and he was live with his silicone stuffed Sharmuta Angie, right? And he opened his mouth on MMA and UFC fighters.
Fighters are pussies, okay? They're only good in the ring.
I have major respect for professional fighters, not only because I've been in the ring myself and I've done combat sports for a while. You don't really know what it's like being in there, having someone else literally trying to get your head off your get your head off. You don't know what it's like. And to sit there to say that, man, I'm really fearful on what is to come for this guy.
People I know will not accept a loss, okay? If a pro fighter did his jiu-jitsu on him, then the guy's gonna come back and duct tape his family, okay?
So since he opened his stupid mouth talking about MMA fighters, right, giving us all his 2 cents that nobody really cared about hearing, the UFC guys are all coming after his ass. The story has gone viral. It's everywhere. MMA sites, UFC sites. There's so many videos on this, I can't even keep up. All these MMA guys are looking at this asshole and like, you're spitting this dumb shit out of your mouth. But we all saw this fight you were in. You have to get your 4 buddies to gangbang with you, and you use the fucking weapon. What kind of pussy is this? Now you would think...
We gotta be better as men. We just have to be better. Like if you're struggling to get views, I mean, that's at the low point, and I don't wish that on people using this to make money. But to resort to this, come on, man. You have to be more creative than this. But that's what it is, folks. People love bad news. People love gossip. People love negativity, which is why it's just blowing up.
You would think this asshole would stop running his mouth, but of course we know how this piece of shit works, right? He can never shut his mouth, and it always ends up landing him in more trouble. And in this case, it's no different. Like, I wasn't going to cover this story because I knew what he was doing. He was talking shit about UFC guys because he knew it would go viral everywhere, and it did. And I didn't want to give him what he wanted. But now he opened up his mouth a little bit too far. And now I can give him the attention that he wanted because, like we've seen in the past, he's shown that he's racist. And now what he's just done to this UFC fighter paints a whole different picture that I'm going to put together for you, and how this can affect him in court with the 7-foot monster, because we saw his racist ways then. So now, let me show you where this asshole's mouth is getting him into trouble. This is UFC fighter Kevin Holland, and it looks like West didn't like what he had to say, and like he did me, he blocked him. But this guy didn't like it.
If this is people's definition of high value, I question your discernment. I really do. High value my butt. I do not. That is not inspiring whatsoever.
He posted that he blocked him, and look, oh, Kendra Lust, I like her. What did she say? This guy trying to put you down because you did in prison, so I'm guessing he won't be at the UFC fights this weekend. Look, even Kendra Lust is getting in on this asshole. He can't avoid nobody with his big fucking mouth. Now watch. So they go into the DM exchange. Damn, comments off. You go on a rant, then turn into a pussy. We all know what kind of pussy he is. West goes, comments aren't turned off, slow motherfucker. You gotta follow the comment. Got something to say, crybaby? LOL. On my page, the same way.
This is all useless, man. If I have something to say to you, I'll say it to you to your face. I'll say it to you with us here together. This typing thing behind the scenes, behind the screen, it's a coward's play. It really is. If I have something to say to you, I'll tell you in person. I'll tell you to your face. There's no point of being pen pals or whatever you want to call it. It's I don't know. Maybe it's different here in Canada. I'm not sure. But if I have something to say, I'll say it to you, to your face. What is this?
I'm in Miami, Thursday Beach, fight bar, fight house, fight up, to your way, your city. Oh, and your girl is hot. Now look what Wes says. He goes, she don't like toads. Nobody does. All right, you know what a toad is? In prison, they refer to black people. I never heard this before until I looked it up. As toads. So he's writing, she don't like black people. Nobody does. All right?
You know what's funny? This guy would not say that to my face. He wouldn't. He wouldn't say that to my face. These are the kind of cowards that run the internet, that get blown up, that get a lot of followers. These people in real life are cowards. If you have to be behind the screen saying this kind of stuff, and I never heard and saw you say it in person, coward. But anyway.
Look how fucked up. Now it gets even better. LOL, she likes money, he said. I can tell. And you're broke, kiddo. LOL, get off the crack. Fuck's the matter with you little boys? So what's up with you being a pussy or what? Talking shit because you hear something you don't agree with? I don't give a fuck who you are or if you like me. LOL, ain't that how the world works? He goes, no, fuck weirdo. I'd call you out, but I ain't got your number. And now look what he says, the asshole. Look at this racist shit. I will send you a KFC gift card. How about that? This fucking asshole. Sucks.
People that say that kind of thing, you're too much on TV. You're too much on the internet. KFC is gross. KFC is gross. The idea that all black people like that is just, it's outdated. Like, the IQ of these people, so low. KFC is gross. Ugh.
Sucks being an influencer when you get called out and won't do shit. Like we all know he never does. He talks a big fucking game, and then when it comes down to it, he brings his fucking buddies to help his ass. So this is another example showing how he's a racist. And you know, it started when we first saw what he did with the 7-foot monster, beating him down, calling him those names, right, that I won't repeat on here. And then he went on live with a silicone stuffed sharuta, and he started calling black people monkeys.
Like, why don't you put some cocoa butter on your head?
Do I look like a monkey to you? Should I get a picture of a monkey to show them that I don't look like one? Where do you people get this stuff? Monkeys have small lips. My lips are not small. Monkeys are muscular. I'm interested to see what his IQ is. Because this guy, there's something upstairs that's not functioning. It's just not. It's just not.
On your ashy knees.
Look at this one laughing with him. Or at him. I'm not sure what. These people. I pity you. I pity you. I pity you. You're really struggling.
She don't put you, bro. Jojo. I bet you understand what Jojo looks like, you guys. Jojo the monkey. The jumping around monkey man. Like, nobody gives a fuck about people like you, dipshit. Monkey Jojo. Yeah, jump around monkey. Don't give a fuck.
And now we see the UFC fighter, how he's using all these racist terms with him. It paints a picture for him, and it's not really a good picture, especially when this asshole has court, a criminal trial coming up that could land him behind bars again. And him showing this behavior online, that crime against a 7-foot monster, it could be looked at as a hate crime with all this shit he's showing. So I started thinking, I'm like, you know, when did this guy...
Who drew the cartoons? Who drew that? Oh, God. The day and age of AI.
You know, become a racist. And I had remembered he was on a podcast with our favorite, Adam22, that cuck, piece of shit, fuckboy, loser, right? I don't have to get into him right now in this video.
You know, if this is the price you pay to be famous, I never want it. Never. Remain low key. Get wealthy. I didn't say don't get wealthy. Remain low key. Keep your life private. Do your own thing. Nobody's in your business. Don't get to a point you're doing whatever it takes to get views, because that becomes your idol. You become a slave of it. To the point you're doing what these guys are doing. Yeah, you keep that. You keep that.
Video. Well, he was on a podcast with him, and he was saying how when he was in prison, he was forced to become a racist.
People get all twisted, like, what's a racist? But the penitentiary makes you side with race.
Right, but so even the dudes who are like fully racist, they're not in there starting problems with the black dudes, right?
No. If a skinhead ever went to go start a problem with another race, like off the top real quick, we would have to jump with them.
But this is the thing. You get out of prison, you're put out in the real world. Prison is supposed to reform you, teach you to learn from your mistakes in the past. That's what prison really is supposed to be, right? But you come out, and you're showing this racism on multiple occasions. Well, that behavior can land you right back in prison. So again, he has a criminal trial coming up this summer against the 7-foot monster. And if you don't think all those lawyers and prosecutors and everybody's not watching his actions online, seeing his behavior, like I said from the beginning, his big fucking mouth, he thought it was his biggest power. But in the end, it could become his biggest weakness and put him back in prison, not just for years, but make him go broke. So when he comes out on those streets, he's going to have nothing left. And he's going to end up on those street corners begging for blowjobs for $50, just like a sharuta.
You know what? I wouldn't doubt it. Because if you're struggling like this, to the point it's visible, you're trying to do whatever it takes to get views, I wouldn't doubt it, to be honest. I wouldn't doubt it. You're willing to do whatever it takes to get views. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
You know, it's really only the urban folk who talk about going 50-50. It's never white guys. It's never not even Mexicans. It's literally like they have such a bad reputation for having no father present that they want a bitch to take care of them. They really...
You're really educated. You know, I would love to slap some sense in this guy. It would take just one hard slap. It sounds to me like he didn't have a father figure. Really. I couldn't imagine saying this kind of thing with my parents present. We will get whooped. Whooped to our senses. This guy, no. For you to be facing trial and being in prison, it sounds to me like you didn't have a good father figure or male figure, I should say, in life. I pity you. I pity you.
Want another mother, because most of the urban folk, their fucking dads weren't around. Went out for Newports, and they went out for fucking a 40, and they never fucking came back. And I don't give a fuck, you guys, straight up. I don't give a fuck about calling it how it is. We need to fucking...
Calling you how it is what? You're not aware. You're not very aware, this guy. Goodness. I'm struggling to watch this video and really... I'm struggling to watch it and take it seriously. I don't know how to feel about this. I have a little bit of remorse, a little bit of anger, a little bit of disappointment. I'm not sure what. Definitely laughing at you.
Make sure that he's in trouble for this. Like, we can't stand him being online and being so handsome and so jacked and so well at speaking and so comfortable with himself. We can't have this because we don't have any good value as a man. We don't do anything right.
Guys, thanks for watching. Please hit like on my video.
Anyway, I don't really think I learned anything from this except just keep your life private. Don't get to the point you let the views, the clout, the engagement, all the things in the book make you have to do all these things to get views, to get clout, whatever you want to call it. It's all an act. I can see through it. He's doing whatever he needs to do to get views. Unfortunately, it's working. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you took something from it. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. But, yeah, that's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree with the things that I said? Do you agree what he's doing, about what he's doing, what he said, what John Bravo said? Let me know below. Other than that, thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more videos. God bless.